Oh, hello, Leos. Welcome to Timsy Naked Tarots. Don't worry, I'm not naked. The tarot reads are naked, by which I mean I strip out as much astrology as I can. We are doing an old and new reading on the Four of Cups, which came out for you in the All Signs overview. If you have not seen the All Signs overview yet, I will leave a link for that in the description. Okay, it is a general read. It may or may not resonate with you. If it does resonate with you, that is fantastic. If it doesn't resonate with you, don't panic too much. Maybe you're just not at the end of a cycle and about to begin a new cycle. Perhaps you're still in the middle of a cycle, for one. For the other thing, maybe you are working from a different aspect of your birth chart, thus not looking at the right particular part of the All Signs overview I done. Go and see if anything else resonates with you on the said video, and go and watch that video for that particular star sign, because you could be working from like a Saturn aspect of your life at the moment, or maybe a Mars or a Jupiter, who knows. Okay, so the Four of Cups is sometimes a card of disappointment, sometimes it's a card of the inspiration, what drives you on. Generally speaking, you have three things. You're dreaming about the fourth. Now you're either disappointed that you don't have the fourth, or that fourth thing you're dreaming about is your muse, if you will, your thing what drives you on creatively. And we've got a Five of Wands to go with our Four of Cups, and a Seven of Cups as well. And so there is a little bit of conflict about this Four of Cups with the choices it presents. Okay, so in the case of you're not happy, and obviously you've got the choices of, well, what is it what is going to make me happy? And in the case of a muse, it's kind of like maybe some sort of new muses coming in and starting to push out your old muse with the choices. Okay, so that is the energy of the old basically cycle. This is the lunar eclipse, if you will, which we had, which the main All Signs energy overview was done on. But this is like the trigger to the end of the old cycle, the lunar eclipse. Then we're going to have the new energy just there, and we're going to have them sort of crossing energy, the void in between, if you will. I know that's an interesting concept. We're putting energy on a void, which means there's nothing there, because that's what a void means. I think actually today we're going to have a look at the other two straight away. I have been, sometimes I have, sometimes I haven't. Okay, so we have a Six of Wands, the end of the old cycle. The end of the old cycle is with a Six of Wands in reverse like that, is basically telling us that you've been working hard, but no one's really noticed. Yeah, this is a typical carpenter thing. When you have a new house done, or you're having rooms renovated or whatever, and you rip off all the old woodwork, and you put your new door frames in, and the internal door frames, like the ones that go from room to room instead of inside to outside the house, tend to be just like a small thin bit of wood about the same width as your wall. And you put them on, and right near the end of the job, you put on all the trimmings, if you will. You put on the skirting board and the architrave be that little bit of wood that goes around your door frame. You put on dado rails and freeze rails and all the other lovely fancy bits, the coving up in the top and everything. Now, for ages, you could be even living in your house before you do those finishing touches, but it's not finished. Yeah. And then one day your carpenter comes in and does the finishing touches, puts the skirting board on, puts the architrave on, yeah, and then they go again. You're away on holiday, or you're at work or something like that, and and you've got the understanding, they just turn up, finish it off, and then go. Okay, you've paid them all and everything. And so that's what they do. They turn up, they finish, and then they go. And it might take you weeks before you actually notice that it's been done, because that's kind of like how it happens. And that's exactly what this Six of Wands is like telling me at the moment. You've been working hard, but no one's noticed. Okay, you finished the job, but no one's noticed. Okay, so let's get some clarifiers out with that. We will go and see what this actually is in a little bit more detail. Okay, there we go. So that came out first, the Star, and then we got the Hierophant. Okay, and then we got the Eight of Cups. Interesting. Interesting. Sorry, I just had to clear my throat. Okay, the Star is telling us that this is either your attempt of getting into the limelight, okay, being sort of famous within your own little circles or within your own right or something like that. Now, this could be, for an example, remember, all this is examples. These are general energies I'm pulling on. They're very specific to you, but as for me reading, this is just a mass of energy which you happen to be in the middle of. I can't give you the exact thing it might be, but this might be the exact thing for at least one person viewing. Perhaps you started a YouTube channel, you worked really hard on it, you thought you had the winning formula, you put out videos and you done this and you done everything you got told you were meant to do, and you done it all right and all well, okay? But you just don't seem to be getting the views, you don't seem to be getting the likes, you're almost getting to that point where you're starting to believe that YouTube is against me, the algorithms are against me, because I think most YouTubers go through that feeling at least once in their YouTube career. Okay, so that would be the YouTube channel you started was the attempt of getting in the limelight, the attempt of becoming famous. But no one's really noticed. Your channel hasn't picked up the momentum you thought it was going to do. Okay, with the Hierophant here, it's telling us it's something long term as well. This could also be your wish, your hopes, and your dreams. Yeah, you've been working on them, and no one's really noticed them coming to fruition. But, well, why would they? They're your wishes. Yeah, they're your hopes. Yeah, they're your dreams. Okay. The Hierophant is telling us it could be something long term and something you've committed to. Sometimes the Hierophant comes out to indicate a marriage. Maybe you've married yourself to, let's say, the YouTube channel. Okay, so even though it's not going well and it isn't getting the views you thought, you're still doing it. You're still plugging along. But this is coming to, remember, this is an end of a cycle. Now, this doesn't mean that you're going to stop the YouTube channel. This could be the end of the cycle of it not being noticed. Okay, and the new bit might be the cycle of it being noticed, or the new bit might be that it's something new you put into the YouTube channel, which then makes a new cycle start. Okay, but this is something you're still you've been sticking with it for a long time. It could also be that maybe it's time to find a guru and get some get some teaching from it. Someone who can teach you the little tricks of the trade, maybe. The Eight of Cups is telling us that, again, this is just the end of the cycle. It's time to move on from this. The Eight of Cups is about moving away, or movement in general, but moving away from things normally. Crossing our little pile here is the King of Cups. You feel this energy, but you're a little bit indecisive about it. That's what this is telling us. You think it's time to either maybe it's just one little bit of your YouTube channel. Yeah, it takes a lot of your time, and you don't really see the results from it. So maybe it's time to stop that bit of it. And remember, it might not be a YouTube channel. Take it into what it might be in your life. I'm just using the YouTube channel as an example. I have a little bit of experience in a YouTube channel. After all, you're watching mine. So, yeah. So it's maybe you're contemplating it or feeling it's time to stop one little aspect of your channel you do which doesn't do too well, or it takes up too much of your time or something. But you're a little bit indecisive. It's like, well, it does get me some views, but it's not getting me what I want. It's not getting me what I was expecting it to get. It's not recognizing. I'm not being recognized for the hard work it entails. Okay, so let's have a look at the news cycle. The Page of Swords. Now, the Page of Swords tell us it might be something to do with learning. Okay, I said here, sort of at the end note of our Hierophant, maybe you need to go and find someone to teach you something. Well, maybe this is the teaching. This is a bit of a hands-on teaching. Okay, so maybe you've been teaching yourself, maybe you've been researching into certain aspects and you've been putting them forward. This is the conflict coming out. Okay. Oh, and a 5 of Cups. Okay, we've got another 5. No, we've got a Chariot. Okay. And so the new cycle is about learning. It could be a little bit of spying. Maybe you're watching other people's YouTube channels to get ideas or something like that, or however it might be for you. If it's a relationship, if it's a job, you're maybe watching other people do their job. Remember, I talked about carpenters there, and that's a job. That's nothing to do with YouTube channel. Maybe you're thinking, or you have started a carpentry YouTube channel, and it's just not doing as well as you thought it would be doing. I don't know. Let me know in the comments. Let me know in the comments if it is anything like that. Also, if while I'm here, while I'm talking about the comments and all that, why not, if you like this video, hit that thumbs up button. And if you haven't already subscribed to my channel, subscribe so you can get future videos of me. While I seem to be plugging YouTube in this particular video, I wonder if I have to put a paid advertisement. Simple up. No, I'm not getting paid by YouTube to do a YouTube video, don't worry. Okay, so we have the 5 of Wands, we have the 5 of Cups, and we have the Chariot. This is telling us there's a conflict. Now, that could be a conflict of time. It could be a conflict of interests. Obviously, if you're maybe going to, I'm going to stick with a YouTuber thing, another YouTuber to help you make a channel of competition for them, there could be a little bit of conflict there. They might not be giving you all the secrets to just let you find some out for yourself and things, or just to hold you back a little bit. With the 5 of Cups, there is a loss and regret. Now, again, this conflict could be about time. If you're taking on some sort of new learning, yeah, and you're already working hard and not being recognized for what you're working for, then that suddenly becomes a conflict of time. Okay, I haven't got much time to do the new learning, and I might have to. I'm surprised the 5 of Swords isn't out here as well. I might have to sacrifice something within my life to make the time to do the learning I need to do. Okay, so that's the conflict, and this is the loss. What am I going to sacrifice? What could possibly disappear out of my life to make the room for said education I need to get, or which is coming. Now, this education is going to come if you find the time or not. You might miss it because you don't find the time, or you don't see it as what it is, and you might ignore it. You might see it as just some busybody trying to interfere with your little dream, your little hope, okay, your limelight, trying to steal your limelight. But the Chariot at the end says, but in the end, you do suddenly charge forward with it. You, despite the conflict and the loss, maybe the conflict is over the loss, okay, but despite them, you are going to charge forward, and you are going to get on with something. And normally I say it is against the odds, okay, because that's kind of like what the Chariot means. It's like winning against the odds. It's getting that 100 to 1 shot horse come in. This particular one is I'm feeling it's more of despite everything. Held to it, I will just squeeze it in, and I will sacrifice sleep, maybe. Okay, crossing this lot is our Queen of Swords. You know the truth about this. When this starts, you know that maybe you need the education. Maybe you need guiding and pointing in the right direction. Maybe you need someone to sit there and do what is it called? I can't think. I want to say an assessment, but there's another word for it. But basically an assessment on your channel, and maybe cut things out. It tells you where to streamline it. And obviously when you start streamlining your channel, you suddenly free up more time. You're doing less videos. Maybe you're putting lots and lots of videos out. Yeah, so you've got the quantity, but the quality of them isn't very good. So maybe you're going to have to reduce the quantity to make the quality up, to spend more time on the editing and things. Don't really know much about that. I don't edit my videos. You get basically the raw video of me, and that's another reason I decided to call this Naked Tarots, because, well, very little editing. The most editing you get of me is when I clear my throat, and I don't want you to hear that, me coughing into my microphone, because that's kind of deafening. Okay, so I put it on pause. That's all I do. And underneath this, underneath that Queen, I saw as I was putting it back on, is the Emperor, which is telling us about the, and oh, another learning card, look. you're going to start learning through the Emperor, basically. You're saying, you know the truth, you're just not acting upon it. That's what the Queen of Swords was saying anyway. You know what you have to do to make up the time to conclude the conflict and to negate the losses, and then to win the whatever at the end. Okay, so the Emperor, this is like the bridging energy, the crossing energy, the energy of the void between. Oh, this would be the solar eclipse, by the way. If that was the lunar, that was the solar. I can't remember if I said that or not. Okay, is an Emperor. This is taking control. Now, the Emperor can mean many things. Basically, it's a lot of tarot readers, and it means basically the 4 kings of the tarot deck all in one aspect, all in one place. Okay, a merging of all 4 of the suits into one thing. Now, I'm actually going to say you get it together. Okay, round about now when you're watching this, although I'm saying that this is the lunar eclipse and this is the solar eclipse, that doesn't really matter because these videos are timeless. So you could be watching this 8 weeks from now, 8 weeks from when I release it. Yeah, but this is telling us in between this ending and this beginning, you managed to pull it all together, all the kings together. Okay, you managed to get success from the pentacles. You managed to get charm and grace from charm from the wands, and you get grace from the cups, and you get truth from the swords. Yeah, where you bring all those 4 kings together. You manage to just, even if it's just for a fraction of a moment, you manage to bond all the aspects of your life into unison, and then you take control of it to make things happen. Okay, and there's our King of Cups. There's our Ace of Cups. I don't know why I said our Ace of, there it is. It's there. It's like I've been saying, it's going to be coming out in the read all the time. What I did wish I said right at the beginning, which I didn't say, was about the fact that we might see 2s of Pentacles and Wheels of Fortunes coming out, because basically this is kind of like the energy I'm putting on. Is this is summing up a Wheel of Fortune card, if you will, where it's coming to an end of one cycle and moving on to a new cycle, and the destiny of it and everything else. And I quite often see a 2 of Pentacles as a minor aspect of that. Is I normally see that as the crossing over point. So it's actually fell in the perfect position within this read, because this is the crossing over point. Okay, this is as the old energies merge into the new energies. So you manage to put it all together. You maybe have a dream, you wake up and you think, aha, eureka, I know where it's going wrong, what I have to do. I know how to turn that up the right way. I know how to make this cycle of not being recognized into something else, but I will have to start at the beginning. That's another thing. This is kind of like a beginning card. It's the lowest card in the courts. Yeah, we start on a page, go to a knight, up to a queen, and then a king. Okay. So, and as I said with this, I said maybe you just for a fraction of a moment you have it all pulled together. You don't. You actually keep this pulled together for quite a while, because the Emperor drives the chariot. Okay, which means you keep this going throughout your new cycle as well. I think what this is telling us is the indecision, your ability of not being able to make a clear-cut decision. That's very un-Leo-like, but it's very, very much more Cancerian-like. But as it is, it's an unwillingness. It's an I'm not sure if I should or not about love. Okay, now this could be not necessarily for a person. This could be the love of whatever this is. Okay, the love of your dreams, your hopes, the love of the limelight, the love of what you're not actually being recognized for. And and maybe you've been holding back on this. Maybe it's like if you finally go, right, okay, I'm going to make that decision. Remember, after all, you're an emperor up there. You've just taken control of your life. You've pulled everything together, and it's like, right, fine, I'm going to commit. Okay, remember we had the commitment here, and this might be why the cycle isn't being recognized, because you haven't committed yet. So I'm going to commit. I love what I'm doing, and it's a realization of not doing it because I want to be in the limelight, and not doing it because you want to make money. It's doing it because I love what I'm doing. I love doing this, and that's why I'm doing it. Which suddenly makes the juggling, which is normally what the Two of Pentacles means, juggling two situations, not an issue, because I'm not juggling anymore. I'm going to pursue what I love. Okay, crossing this is the Nine of Wands. Now, normally I would say the Nine of Wands is you're going to give up fighting. But in this particular case, you're going to defend this to the death. You're going to back this up. You're going to keep it all going. It's known as the Wounded Warrior. Okay, and the whole aspect of the Nine of Wands is that he's hiding in some sort of wooded area, and there's like 9 trees he's hiding in, or so he's put a fence of some description up with the 9 wands. It's a defensive energy, but I feel that this is, you're defending this commitment. Okay, you're defending the fact that you love this situation, you love what you're doing, and you've decided to give it all your love. Okay, which then moves you on to the new cycle. I will just throw it out there. I haven't done it for all the cards but I do feel maybe you need to know someone who is going to help you through this. Now, this could be someone you actually have a relationship with. This might be someone new coming into your life. This might be someone who acts as a guru, a teacher, if you will, or maybe someone you take on as a protege and teaches, and you decide to teach. Maybe that's what this is about. Maybe you're not being recognized as you are, and you decide you're going to teach. Okay, someone new, which it very well could be, because it's a Two of Hearts. It is someone younger than yourself, quite a bit younger than yourself. And remember, that age doesn't necessarily have to be physical years. It might be a mental age. It might be a spiritual age. They could be very new souls on this planet. You might be a very old soul on the planet. And it's a water sign. Okay, so if you have a younger water sign in your life, they could help you with transitioning out of the old and into the new energy. And all because you have an end of a cycle energy around and a beginning of a cycle energy around, doesn't necessarily mean you automatically go from one to another. Okay, this void here, I'm acting on about two weeks, but this could end up being 2 years or 2 decades. Okay, you have your free will, you have your choice, and it depends on what you do with your free will and your choice, which ultimately tells you how quick these energies come into effect for you. Okay, so that is your reading, Leos. Hopefully it resonates. If it does, that is fantastic. As I said in the middle of the video, please hit that thumbs up button and give me a like, and recognize me for the hard work I put into it. And if you haven't already subscribed to my channel, please feel free to hit that subscription and hit the all notifications, and that way you'll get notified for all my readings I do, even if they are not for your star sign. Maybe there is one vital bit of information in each video that you might need to progress with your life journey. Okay, if it didn't resonate with you, as I said at the beginning, don't worry too much. Maybe you're in the middle of a cycle and you're nowhere near an end or a beginning, which means none of these cycle reads will resonate with you. But if you feel that you are at an end, or maybe you don't feel that you are, but maybe you just feel an urge to watch one of my videos on this particular round of reads, then go and check out that All Signs overview. As I said, link in the description, and well, perhaps there is something what does resonate with you in that. Thank you for your time. Hopefully you enjoyed it, and until the next time I catch you on one of my videos, Leo, you be good out there.